Warning of property fraud. St. Johns County Clerk pushes email alerts. The St. Johns County Clerk of Court is warning residents about a growing fraud scheme that's gaining traction across Florida in property fraud. Clerk of Court Brandon Patty, friend of the show, says FBI has labeled property fraud as one of the fastest growing white-collar crimes in the nation. The scam involves criminals filing forged documents or deeds with the clerk's office, sometimes transferring property ownership without the rightful owner ever knowing. We've seen horror stories, Patty says, where homeowners have had their property taken out from underneath them. To combat the threat, the clerk's office is urging residents to sign up for free property fraud email alerts. The system notifies users at any time a document is filed under their name or their business's name, much like a two-factor authentication. So far, nearly 30,000 residents have signed up since the alert system launched in 2018, including more than 2,300 new users this year alone. In one local case, a woman was unable to sell her St. Augustine home after someone forged her signature on a deed. That's terrifying. The clerk's office says if you receive an alert or a document you didn't file, they'll refer the case to law enforcement. While most of the fraud cases have been concentrated in South Florida, incidents have already been reported in St. Johns County.
It's definitely happened here.
To spread awareness, the clerk's office has released a new video PSA produced by students at George Washington University, Patty's alma mater. For more information or to sign up, visit stjohnsclerk.com. Definitely check that out. Definitely sign up.
Yeah, it happened just down the road here on Lewis Speedway. A friend of mine, actually, it's a weird story.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of advertised and put out like on some social media. It wasn't on the MLS, and this person actually used my friend's image, and ironically, it was another friend of mine who was buying it.
Good gracious.
And it was a friend of mine who was doing the title work.
You got a lot of friends, Troy.
And the person doing the title work goes, Troy, this doesn't really feel right to me.
Yeah.
Can you look at this? And I was like, he's not selling that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, him, because my friend had talked about, okay, when we're selling, I was like, that's not him. That's, you know, it is for sale now, by the way. But
all things resolved.
It is for sale now, but it was, being sold for about 20% on the value.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it was
because they're just trying to get anything.
It was a really nice piece of property. They were trying to get it closed and get it done really quickly. But they used his image, like his actual picture and everything, to make this work. And it was a third-party realtor. So, I mean, realtors out there, you have to be real cautious when someone brings something to you like this. Mm-hmm. You need to confirm that it is actually for sale, and especially if it's not a legitimate another agent that you're dealing with and some of those things, because so many people are so hungry to make sales, you know, because that's how they pay the bills.
Oh yeah.
You know, sometimes they don't do that extra follow-up, and it just so happens that, I mean, I called both of them. I was like, okay, what you're buying is not what you're buying, because I wasn't the agent on the buyer's side. And I was like, first off, you're not buying what you're buying. That's not real. And then I had to call the other guy and go, you know, someone selling your, because it was at closing. Mm-hmm. It was almost closed, and luckily the title person called me and said, and I was like, no, that's not true. This isn't really happening.
Yeah.
So, and we were able to stop it, but I mean, it happens often, and it is here. It's not like just in South Florida. It's definitely here in St. Johns County.
And that's why a good title company is so important. You need a title company that's really, really cares, knows the area, and will do their due diligence to protect both sides of the transaction.
No, because it would have screwed both guys, and because he would have been out of his money. Mm-hmm. And you know, on the buyer side, it's one of our sponsors. I can tell you. I mean, I won't say which one. We have amazing sponsors, but I mean, it's that easy that you can get, you know, because it looked like a great deal to him, and he's like, oh yeah, let's grab that.
Yeah.
And
especially if it's pennies on the dollar.
It would have been an amazing deal. I mean, and he's very savvy about real estate, and it's just because it looked so real. And if the Old City did the title work, and if they hadn't called me, they would have been, everybody would have been in trouble.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
So congratulations for them for catching it too.
Yeah. What would the liability for a title company be if they didn't catch it?
It would, if they put title insurance on it, it would have been a little bit of a challenge, but but he did catch it before it got to that point. So
good on them.
Yep.
All right.